and marginalization. We as the Ilchamus people from Baringo have continuously and for years been crying and petitioning the people of Kenya for consideration in representation in the National Assembly. And for that reason, we even went to the High Court, and I can show you, we filed case number 305 in 2004. In this case, the people of Ilchamus went to the High Court and said that it's unfair. Since independence, none of their own has been to Parliament to represent them in the National Assembly. So it's a fight for representation, and the High Court, after a lot of submissions, in a 3-judge bench, made a serious ruling and said, and if you allow me, I will read the final order at number 5. The High Court said it's directed to the IEBC in the event of any future constituencies being created by an act of Parliament or any other review being undertaken, the Ilchamus claim be processed by the IEBC with a defined criteria. And in fact, they went further and said, we declare that reasonable departure from population and size questions are constitutionally valid either below or above, provided the apportionment is based on the criteria set out in the Constitution. What this court was saying is that go beyond the population question and take into consideration other parameters as provided for in Article 89 of the Constitution. That is to say, it's not only the population which defines how people are given constituencies. They said, go beyond that. And we, the people of Ilchamus, and this is an order, and I have served this order on the BBI Secretariat, I have served on all the concerned parties. The thing is this, we are saying we did not know how people were sitting on the table, how they were dividing constituencies, and then they came up with 70 constituencies, and they awarded all the constituencies to various peoples. We didn't know, and we were not aware. We only came to learn when they came out and said, 70 constituencies, here they are. But we have divided, Nairobi 12, Kiambu 6, Kajiado 3, Narok 3. Now, we came to learn that, and yet the people of Ilchamus who have a valid order from the High Court, who have been crying to the people of Kenya, have never been considered. This is a travesty of justice. And so we are here to raise our voice. And from here, we are seeking appointment with the principals. Our issue is not with the BBI politics. Ours is that we be considered for representation in the National Assembly. And that is our point here. And I will allow Mheshimiwa to talk. I have another national issue, 255. No, none of those issues can head to referendum. In fact, at 257, 9, and 10, it's only valid when the two houses of Parliament pass it and the president assents to it. So save the country the billions. Those 14 billion, save it, because there are no issues in the BBI which warrant going to a referendum within the provisions of Article 255. None. Let anybody point out. The issues raised in the BBI are only 3. There are only 3. They raise about structure of governance, raising the Prime Minister and the rest. They raise about revenue allocation. None of those issues are what is contemplated in 255. So let us stop the politics. If they want to amend the Constitution under popular initiative, let them take it to the National Assembly, pass it, assent to it, and save the money. So for independence, for so long we are being oppressed, even within the county. In the last election, none of the Ilchamus people were nominated to the county assembly because of marginalization is real. And this country cannot keep on rewarding their big tribes and leaving their small brothers. Where do you want us to go?
To elect a leader because of their numbers, but because of inclusivity and ethnic antagonism, we are appealing to His Excellency the President, we are appealing to Raila, me being a member of ODM for the last 10 years, and we have suffered standing firm with Raila. I think it's the time now Raila has to give back to the Ilchamus community. And we are saying, as a man nation, Ilchamus should be given a constituency unconditionally, because it's already in papers. And I want to appeal, my brothers, all leaders who are in Kajiado, Laikipia, Samburu, Marsabit, Isiolo, to stand with solidarity with our brothers, because this is the only time the Ilchamus community can benefit. We are not asking a lot, and we are not opposed to the BBI, but we are saying it's time for Ilchamus to be given a special constituency. Let us not just consider creating constituency based on numbers. We know we have small communities, which they are also Kenyans. They are taxpayers. They are entitled to presentation. I'm just wondering to see if you give a Kajiado 3 constituency, which and in Narok and in Nairobi, which they have governor of the same community, senator of the same community, MCS of the same community, and where our brothers Ilchamus does not even have any representation in parliament. And the BBI, we are talking of resource allocation. Who will fight for Ilchamus to get their resources if they don't have a representation in parliament? So I'm appealing all our leaders, our governors, our senators in the various counties. Let us stand firm. We are saying that we need consensus,
so that we can be like any other Kenyan. There is a clause in those thematic areas that is inclusivity. Inclusivity, that is the area we base our argument. There are 43 tribes in Kenya. Ilchamus community is among the 43 tribes of Kenya. Where have they put us? So what we are saying, if inclusivity is real, then Ilchamus should be there.
They actually usurped the power of IEBC as provided in the Constitution, particularly Articles 88, 4E and 89 on the role of IEBC in the limitation of boundaries. That role is reserved for IEBC in the Constitution. So what they did is usurp those powers, not only recommended, their job was supposed to recommend the creation of 70 more and end there. But they went ahead, and you see, our cry is this: we didn't know that these people were cooking something. So we only came to learn, here is 70, and it's going to ABCD. So they finished the cooking and served the food. What ideally, the ideal thing was, create the 70, give the job to IEBC. And our job would have been easier. We would have gone to IEBC and tell them we have this order. Can we have one of them? And they may have considered us. But now they created themselves. The good thing, and this is the saving grace. So to answer your question, they usurped the role of IEBC, and that was wrong. But why we are in this press now, we're saying, and by the way, I've just received a call from Honorable Raila's PA, Mr. Mondo. That's why I was talking to them. And they said this: the creation of 70 will be in the Constitution. But the Constitution will not say, give Kiambu 6, give Nairobi 12. No. That recommendation will not be in the Constitution. So that's why we are saying, since it is still a recommendation, can you honor this court order and grant us Ilchamus in the spirit of inclusivity and fairness?